Howdy folks, Troy with V-Twins, the V8s. I'm here today to do a short video for you on the Auto Rotisserie. Some people call it a twirler, some people call it a spinner, whatever you want to call it. Basically it's a rack that you can put your body of your car on, and it allows it to turn it 360 degrees so you can access anything and everything on it. I recently bought one, well not really recently, a couple of years ago I bought this, and I do have to say probably one of the best things I ever bought, because you can work on any angle of this car at any height pretty much that you want. I restored the body on this 67 Charger behind us. I've been working on this for a while. I'm just getting ready to go into assembly mode here, and I did all the body work on this car, sandblasted it, did the floor pans, everything, and very seldomly did I bend over, kneel down, anything like that. Pretty much the car comes to you, which is really nice. It a lot easier on your body, especially if you're an older guy like me. So it's just a great tool. It's not super expensive. It's like 1,300 bucks. I bought all the accessories that go with it, and that turned out to be like another 300 bucks or so. So, you know, you're talking about 1,500 bucks, and you have a place where you can put your car on it, turn it any way you want it. The thing that's nice is when the body's on it, you can roll it around, you can turn it on its side, you can do all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna bring the camera over and just kind of walk around. I'll show you some of the features on it and show you what it can do. So here is my car mounted to it. So I bought these additional pieces here where it mounts to the body there, and then I also bought some pieces over here in the back so I could create this mounting plate and mount this over here on the back. It slides onto here with this. So here's like an overview. You can see the front of it. It's got wheels. It's got this extension bar that goes from one end to the other over here like this, and that is adjustable in length to your car. So it adjusts here. It's got this center bar, so this whole thing bolts together like this. It's got these nice good sized rollers on it, so once you have the car on there, you can roll it around. Probably my most favorite feature of this particular rotisserie is this crank. I mean, the thing is just unbelievable. It turns super easy and allows you to turn the car and position it at any angle you want. I'll back the camera off afterwards and I'll turn it and I'll show you. It also has this leveler here. It kind of balances the center axis of the turning with the center of the body of the car, so you don't get a high-low kind of thing, whereas the car ends up being out of balance, so it's really easy to turn one way and it's really hard to turn the other way. Raising and lowering the car is done by these two jacks. The jack comes up here, it's onto the rack that holds the car. This slides up and down this piece right here. You can see it from this angle here. It's a nice little hydraulic jack. It raises your car up. This particular height is what I needed to be at to make the car rotate 360 degrees, but I can lower this thing down and just, you know, so I can work on it or store it or whatever. Rotisserie also has the same jack system in the rear of it, so you raise it and lower it in a in an even fashion. So, you know, a few pumps in the back, a few pumps up front. You can lift your car even, turn it and let it kind of creep down on the front and the back, get it to where you want. This also is set up right now, so the car is able to turn 360 degrees. The thing that's nice about this is that you can put it at any height you want. These are some optional braces that go inside the doors. If you're doing some heavy structural work and you want to maintain the integrity of the body, you bolt these in between the hinge pillar and the door latch pillar, and it'll keep the body square for you. My body was in really great shape, but I didn't have to do any real structural work, so I really didn't need them. I did put them on there when I first put the car together, but made some measurements, and once I got it up on the thing, I released the tension on them, and the body was dead solid, so I didn't bother with them. All right, so here's my rotisserie, here's my project on the rotisserie itself. I'm going to show you how easy it is to work on this car. So you got this crank handle here, you just turn it and your car turns. So, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than this. You want to work on a rocker panel, you turn the car like this, and as you can see, I'm working on the rocker panel like this right here and now. I'm not bending over, I'm not spending a lot of time jacking the car up. Now, let's say I want to work on the very bottom of the car. I just continue turning, and like this, and I mean, I really don't have any real force going into this. Now my car is sideways, and I can do whatever it is that I want on the bottom side of this car. Inside the frame rails, the engine compartment, the firewall, all this stuff becomes super easy to work on. And if I want to work on it, if I want to continue turning it, I can just continue rotating my car like this. I can work on the bottom of this rocker panel over here, and I can do that without even going to the other side of the car. So now I'm over here, and I'm working on the bottom of the rocker panel over here. This whole thing just is the best thing since sliced bread. I can't say enough about it. You want to work on the roof and not have to stand on anything, not have to, you know, lean over or whatever. Like you can paint the roof. I can work on this roof rail over here, the windshield pillar, the cowl. I can work on it at arms, you know, with my arms straight out. I'm not stretching. I continue to turn like this. And now my roof is perpendicular to the floor, and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, so here's my charger on the rotisserie. You can see how it's mounted here. Now, I got it turned on its side so I could do anything I want to this roof. Okay? I can do anything I want inside the car. I can get down inside of here, like you can see where I re-seam sealed the inside of this before I do all my Dynamat. I can do all that. And you walk around like this. My engine compartment, I have all the access to it in the world that I want. It gives you an idea. There's my crank thing. I mean, this thing will turn the car. Look, let's see, I'll show you how easy this is. Look at this. I can rotate this car with my fingers on it like this. It's just, yeah, it's just awesome. Here's the bottom of my car. Anything I want to do on the bottom of this car, I have access to now. And as you can see, the bottom of this car is all done. I mean, laying on your back, you're never going to get the bottom of the car looking like that. So there it is. The Auto Spins Rotisserie that I purchased from Greg Smith Equipment. You Google them online. I'm up in the Northeast. I'm in Massachusetts. I purchased it in New Hampshire. They have another place down in Georgia, someplace down there. They have several locations. They'll ship their stuff anywhere. It's all disassembled, so it'll just ship by truck freight. I bought a lot of equipment from these guys. I have 2 other pieces of equipment, 2 other lifts. I've got a motorcycle lift. I've got the twin post lift. I've got a small scissor lift, a low-rise lift. The stuff has been great, and I've had it for a while, so I had a chance to use it and make sure that it is of good quality, and nothing worse than having to fix a tool that you paid money for. But I appreciate you tuning in. Troy with vtwins2v8s.com. You can tune into my website. I'm vtwins2v8s.com on the web. I'm vtwins2v8s.com on Facebook. I'm Troy Kane on YouTube, which you're probably watching this on YouTube. But yeah, great piece, short money, and yeah, you can't go wrong having one of these. It's one of those tools, you buy it and you say, wow, I should have bought one of these years ago. It's also one of those tools that you're like, whatever you paid for it, well worth it. One project and you're just going to love it. So I appreciate you tuning in. Check out my website, my videos. I do a lot of how-to videos on how to do different things. Updates on my projects. This is a 67 Charger I'm doing for a friend of mine. This is a bare shell now. All the body parts are complete, and I'm in the process of assembling it now. Vintage air is going in, and we're going to start moving on with some assembly. So I appreciate you tuning in, and thanks a lot.